Hello and welcome to a quick stretching video today, a after workout lower body stretching. So we're going to start, put your feet together in butterfly pose and just wiggle around a little bit, take a rest, see where your hips are at. Then if you want to, you can press down your left knee with your left arm. See if you can feel a stretch in your hips, in your side, just wherever. It kind of depends on what you trained really, but take this time to just kind of tap into your body, see where it's at. Switch aside, push down your right knee. Be super gentle here, don't force anything, just give it a little extra stretch. Now if you want to, you can turn in your shoulder so you can feel a little bit more in your lower back. Grab your feet, you can move them a bit closer to your hips if you want to, or just stay there. Wiggle around with your knees a little bit, and then if you want to, you can fold forward and just let go really. If you want to go even deeper, press your legs down with your elbows and take a rest here. Control the pain and the stretch with your breath. And with every breath out, you kind of let go a bit more. If this is not enough, you can also press down your right knee with your right hand. And then switch your side. But feel free to stay wherever you are. I love this stretch because it really opens up my hip flexors. Come back up, wiggle out your legs a little, and then you're gonna place your right foot in front parallel to your mat, and then place your left foot on top of your knee, and then stay here. Maybe you're not gonna get your left knee to your foot, but if this is not enough, you can fold forward. And again, just try to release everything. This is a really good stretch for your butt. And if you don't feel anything here, you can wiggle out your the foot that's lying underneath. And just try to breathe here. This is a perfect stretching after you did squats, for example, because it really stretches out your glutes. Really let yourself melt over your legs. Slowly help yourself up with your hands. Put your left leg on top and down, and then with your right hand kind of squeeze yourself into a twist. And again, just breathe, go as deep as you want to. If you feel like moving around, that's okay too. Do whatever feels good. Slowly come back out, put the weight on your front legs, probably your left one, and stretch out your lower leg into a deep lunge. Stretch out your front leg and then bend it again, take it deep, stretch it again. Do this a couple times. And then you want to stay low. Place your back knee on the mat and stretch it out here. I love to take my opposite hand to the front knee, just so that my hips are a bit more square and I can feel it more in my hip flexor. Put your toes on the mat, and then you want to straighten your back knee so that it's off the mat, and then release again, and then straighten again. And now you want to stay here a bit, really get down deep in that hip flexor. Doesn't it feel good? Slowly come back down, and now I'm gonna take everything over to This is my right side, probably your left side. Just like to the opposite leg. And this feels so good to my hip flexor, to my lower back, because my lower back is pretty much always sore. So yeah, come back out of it. Now you want to come back out of it, take a quick little deep breath in here, and then go back and straighten your front leg. Wiggle your hip or your foot from side to side. They're kind of connected, so it doesn't really matter too much. But this is going to release also your hip, your lower back. Now point and flex your front leg and tap into those hamstrings and calves. Bring it to a rest. Stay here with a flex foot and melt over. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. And you want to imagine that your belly button, your belly wants to meet your leg first and not your head. Take some deep breaths here. Help yourself up, get back into the lunge. Place both of your hands to your right side and now go up and down to your elbows and back up. Just do this a couple times until you want to stay low. You can hug your leg if you want to, and also just really try to feel the stretch here. Do everything you feel comfortable here. If you want to wiggle around, that's completely fine. If it's too much for you, you can just stay upright. Take your inner arm up to the ceiling and give yourself a little twist here. With the same arm, if it's your left, grab your right foot and push your foot towards your back, like into your hand, and then release. And pull your foot towards your bum. This is really going to stretch out your quad. Gently release. Come back up. Sit back down on your butt and wiggle around a little bit. Try to release. Now put your left leg down on the floor parallel to your mat and your right foot on top of your left knee. And again, you can stay here. You can bring your lower leg in front if it's not enough, and then just fold over. And try to release everything. Relax, melt over your legs. I love this stretch so much. It just releases my glutes a lot. It's perfect after a heavy or moderate leg training. Slowly put your hands on your knees, press yourself up, and then you want to put your right leg in front on the mat. Bring your left ankle closer to your butt. With your left arm, you want to squeeze yourself into a seated twist. Take everything to the front, right leg stays, left leg is gonna straighten out behind you. And I wanna take it forward and backward a little bit, stretching your legs, going into lunge. Wake up those hip flexors a little. Now I wanna stay in front, really stretch into those hip flexors. Put your left knee down And then I love to take everything towards the leg that's in front of you. So if your right leg is in front, you want to take your left elbow and place it on your right knee. Just so that the hips are a bit more square. Now rock forward and backward so that you can feel a stretch in your hamstrings. I want to stay back and twist your hips from left to right, and your whole leg is going to move here. This is such a releasing stretch. And now flex and point your foot. To also get a stretch in those calves, and then you want to melt over your right leg. Try really to let go of every tension here. Just let yourself melt. And again, the belly button is the first thing that wants to touch your leg. Try to keep your back straight and melt over your leg. Come back to a lunge. Place your hands on the inside of your foot, and then you want to do super little push-ups. So you place your elbows on the floor and come back up and go back down. Do this a couple times, and then you want to stay low. You can hug your leg again. And also if you want to move a bit, you can do that here too. Keep your outside hand on your foot and take your inside arm up to the ceiling, giving yourself a nice twist here. And I totally forgot to record this section, so it's just gonna be the same as on the other side. But with your hand that's stretched out to the ceiling, you're gonna get a hold of your hind foot, and then you wanna press your foot into your hand towards your back. And then breathe out and relax and pull your foot towards your bum. Really feel that stretch in your quad. This is really the worst part of mine because my quads are so tense. Should work on those a bit more often. Then gently let go, sit yourself back on your butt and just wiggle your feet out a little bit. Now you want to sit on your hip bones and stretch yourself out, or just let yourself fold over your straightened legs. Go as deep as you want to or can, and here's the same principle. The first thing that wants to touch your thighs is definitely your belly. And if you want to, you can also look in front and keep your back straight, or if your torso can be flat on your legs, you can let go and just deeply relax here. Bring yourself up really gently. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Now you're gonna bring one leg up and gently pull it towards your face, bend it and roll over to your opposite side. So if it's your right leg, roll over to your left side. And then your opposite arm is stretched out and you're also looking towards your hand for a lying twist here. It's gonna give you a release in your lower back too. Come back, take the other leg up, stretch it towards your face, just super gently. Bend your knee and bring it towards the other side. So this should be your left leg, it's rolling towards your right, and you're also gonna look towards your left. Bring everything back to center, stretch yourself out, hug your knees, and you're gonna rock back and forth a couple times just to give you a little massage and to release your muscles on your back. Come back up and give yourself a little smile, and then you want to fold over, like stand up, fold over. You can grab your hands and walk it out a little bit just to get the blood running again. Let go of your hands, grab your elbows and wiggle from side to side. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this is going to give you a little release after your lower body training or just at any time.